Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TechGig webinar series, our endeavor to impart techies. We believe that sharing of knowledge is the key to enhance our skills and grow us as professionals. With this principle in mind, we have initiated a series of webinars conducted by industry experts to give you all a crisp insight of various domains. The topic of today's session is Key Areas of Test Process Improvement Model, a deep dive. And this is the 24th session in the software testing series. Our guest speaker today is Mr. R.M. Lakshmanan, Deputy Manager, Corporate Quality Assurance at Engineers India Limited. Lakshmanan, a seasoned quality professional having 14 plus years of diverse experience across industries, has held various roles and positions in many facets of quality assurance function across industry sectors. On the testing front, he has deployed orthogonal array-based testing, has designed and executed usability tests, and has deployed test process improvement model. He's a certified software quality analyst and Six Sigma Black Belt apart from being ITIL Foundation certified. He has presented papers in various national and international conferences, seminars on software quality engineering testing. Currently, he is passionate to strategize, design, organize, and operate a purely business-centric quality function. So without further delay, I introduce you all to our guest speaker. Over to you, Lakshmanan.
Thank you for the introduction. And once again, welcome everybody to this webinar. This webinar is actually session number 2 of the previous one which I did. Basically, that was an introduction to the TPI model. Now I will be going through the key areas and their levels in detail actually. So basically we will be going through all the 20 key areas and the requirement of each level in each of the key areas, which we could not do last time due to the time constraint. So let me straight away start with the first key area, which is test strategy. So if you recollect the previous session, or for those of you who are new, test strategy is a plan to ensure that the most risky part of the software is being tested as early as possible and the defects are found as early as possible. And also it ensures that the cost being spent on software testing is optimal and the required part of the software is getting tested as much it should be. So this is test strategy in brief. Getting on to level A, the level A requirement is strategy for single high-level test. So here the requirement is that high-level test essentially means typically the system testing or beta testing or integration testing. So typically if you consider system testing, this high-level test refers to system testing in most cases. So here the requirement is that there has to be a test strategy for a single high-level test. That is, a system test has to be strategized and a test strategy has to be developed. So that is the requirement of level A. And coming to level B, a combined testing strategy for high level. So here we are referring to 2 or 3 high-level testing like beta testing, system testing, integration testing and whatever. So there should be a single test strategy connecting all these 3 levels of testing. So that is the requirement in level B. So here it says it's not just sufficient if you have a test strategy for alpha testing alone. You should have a combined test strategy covering all the 3 high-level testing levels. So essentially it means the testing process across all the 3 levels of testing should be interconnected and they should aim for a particular coverage and they should be designed in such a way that the most risky part of the software is being tested as early as possible and those defects are being unearthed as early as possible, and the cost that is going to be spent on the high level test is also optimized. So this has to be done with all the 3 levels of testing in consideration. That is level B. Now coming to level C, here it says combined test strategy for high level test plus low level test. So if you can recollect the previous session, low-level test essentially means the tests done by the developer himself, typically the unit testing. So here it says there has to be a strategy which connects the high-level test with the low-level test. So now somebody has to look at unit testing, integration testing, system testing, beta testing, all of them put together as one entity, and he has to devise a strategy how best we can unear the critical defects as well as possible and with as much low cost and effort as possible. So that is what is going to be strategized, putting all the levels together. So that was level C in test strategy key area. So here in level D again, combined strategy for all test and evaluation levels. So here the requirement of a test strategy is furthermore extended. Here the requirement is that all the tests, whatever be the software testing that is being done, either high level or low level, plus the evaluation activity. Evaluation activity is typically a review or a verification of the process that is being used to build the software, so things like that. So here the entire lineup of evaluation, low-level test and all high-level tests has to be considered, and a combined strategy has to be developed so that the entire testing process plus the review process is optimized in terms of cost and is optimized towards unearthing the most risky defects and as much defects as possible. So moving on to the next key area, which is life cycle model. So here the requirement of level A is planning, specification and execution. So the requirement here is that the life cycle of the software testing activity should be divided into at least 3 stages, which is planning, specification and execution. The typical output of the planning phase is test plan, which normally says how much of testing will be done, when it will be done, and by whom it will be done, how much of effort will be spent into each of the phases, and so on. Specification is the typical test specification or the test cases that we call them as. And execution is, as you know, the deployment of the test cases on the given software and capturing the results and the defects. So here the requirement of level A is that all these 3 phases have to be identified distinctly, and each one has its own objective. Now coming to level B, here the requirement is planning, preparation, specification and execution. So the extra phase which has been introduced here is the preparation phase. So in the preparation phase, what is typically being done is the testing team studies the test basis. The test basis is typically a requirement specification. So while a test team studies or reviews the test basis, then you get many advantages. One of the advantages is that the test team already gets to know the system as early as possible in the life cycle, so that during the actual testing activity, the test team will be much knowledgeable about the product being tested, so that the actual testing can be done quickly and efficiently. And as I said earlier, another advantage of having the preparation phase is we will be able to capture as many defects as possible, the most risky defects as possible, and the highest number of defects as possible as early in the life cycle. And the another advantage is that the testing is able to get a very good view on the quality of the test basis. So that basically the test team is able to look at the requirement specification at a very early stage, even before the testing or the development activity starts. And then at that point of time, the testing team is able to comment on the test basis, whether it is testable or not, what kind of effort will be required to test the system, will there be any extreme difficulty in testing a particular feature and things like that. So once these things come out as early as possible.
Mr. Lakshman, I want to interrupt you. Your sheet is not visible now. Your screen is not visible.
1 minute.
I guess there is some network issue because I cannot see you online as well.
Okay, what should I do?
You need to log in again because your screen is not
Log in
visible.
again.
Yeah, and I think you've logged out because of your network issues.
Okay, I will log in again. I'm logging. Hello?
Making the presenter once again.
Hello?
No, it still doesn't show you logged in.
I'm logging in. The login is slow.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
logging in.
Sure, sure.
I'm trying to reconnect.
Taking time to log in?
Hello?
Yeah, is it taking time to log in?
Yeah, I'm trying to reconnect.
Okay, sure.
I got connected to the internet and now I'm opening the GoToMeeting software.
Sure.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Lakshmanan.
Can I start now?
Please enter your audio pin.
One. Where should I enter?
The audio pin.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Lakshmanan.
Can I start?
Yeah, I can view your screen now. You can start.
Okay, thanks. Sorry for the break. It was due to a connectivity problem, maybe. So coming back to the key area, that is life cycle model, we were talking about the preparation phase in level B. So I think that the preparation phase has various advantages. The last one is that the test team will be able to comment on the testability of the software upfront during the requirements phase itself. So that is another big advantage of having the preparation software, preparation phase exclusively in the development life cycle. Now moving to the next key area, which is moment of involvement. Here the crux is that the testing team has to be involved in the life cycle as early as possible. The model recommends that the testing team should get involved even in the project initiation, planning, estimation, and very much in the requirement phase also. So the level A requirement is completion of test basis. So here the testing team has to get involved in the requirement phase, and it should vet the requirements that has been documented or derived. So the requirement is that the testing team should be satisfied with the way in which the test basis has been developed. So that is the requirement here. Moving on to the level B, which is start of test basis. Here the requirement says even before the test basis is being prepared, that is even during the planning phase or estimation phase itself, the testing team has to be involved. So this involvement at the stage where even the test basis is not yet ready, it shows a sign of maturity, another level of maturity for the test process. So by involving the testing team even before the test basis is prepared, the advantage that we get is that the test basis itself is developed in a preventive mode, defect preventive mode rather than detective mode. So while the test basis is getting prepared, the testing team able to contribute and look at it from a testing point of view and tell that what all changes have to be made. So this eventually reduces the overall review time or the rework time for the test basis preparation phase or the requirement phase, which in turn actually denotes a defect prevention mode rather than a defect detection mode for the requirements phase by itself. So that was the requirement for level B, that is start of test basis. And coming to level C, it's start of requirements definition. So here it says the testing team involvement in the definition phase is requirements definition phase is very much important, because the testing team will be able to comment about the testability of the requirements. So that is the key thing here. So it will be able to create more clarity into the entire hello. Hello. Hello, moderator. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Lakshmanan,
Am I connected?
you again went offline. There's a
Okay,
serious
I'm
network
connected
issue
here.
at your end. Don't you have a dongle or something?
No, I have a data card only.
Are you using a data card?
Yeah.
The connectivity is not reliable in data card. I've mentioned you to use a broadband connection. It's getting offline again
One
and
second.
again.
Okay. Let us give a last try now, otherwise we will.
Sure.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Lakshman.
Yeah, I'm just getting into the webinar.
Okay, sure.
It's too slow. Hello?
Don't you have a broadband connection?
No, right now not having a broadband connection. I'm at my home actually.
Last time also you used a photon?
No, last time also we used the same data set.
The dongles are not reliable actually. That's why we prefer using the broadband connections.
Now again, so should we continue now or should we?
You can just try once. If we are not able to,
Ah,
then we'll cancel the session. It's not working.
just 1 minute. I think there are chances that again it may get disconnected. I think we have to better postpone.
Alright, sure. Then I'm
Hello?
just announcing that we are canceling the session.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi everyone. This is your moderator. I would like to announce that we would need to cancel the session that because there are some network issues at the speaker's end. We're really sorry and we apologize because this was unexpected and this didn't happen in the demo run that we had. We would inform you about the session when it would be happening in the coming days. Thank you so much for your patience and support. Have a great day.
Okay, I'm disconnecting.
Sure.